reducing the sort of regulation that's been available on people. You've characterized it as, burdensome restriction to liberties and freedoms of New Zealanders. Why then did the Ministry for Regulation not submit against the benefit changes that this government is doing? For example, it's restricting the liberties of people on benefits. It's requiring them to have payment cards. I saw in the regulatory impact statement that the Ministry for Regulation didn't submit on those things. So is it just a matter of a selective application of freedom on those that already have quite enough in society and not applying it towards our most vulnerable?
Look, thank you. That's actually an excellent question, and I think elucidates some of the misunderstanding in politics in New Zealand. You see, the thing is, a benefit is not actually a right. It's somebody else's money that is taxed off them and given to another person with a set of conditions. And the taxpayers who have the money taken off them, they do actually have the right to put conditions and mutual obligation around the receipt of that money. That is quite different from a person who owns some property, for example, perhaps their land or their section, having restrictions placed on that. For example, can they build a house on it? So there's a very big difference between the process I described at the beginning of this session, taking money off people and then applying it to public purposes, in this case benefits. That is taxing and spending, and that is overlooked by the Treasury. On the other hand, there is the process of placing restrictions on the use and exchange of property, and the difference is that a benefit is not your property, it's someone else's money that was taxed and given to you.
So you're essentially suggesting that there's two classes of New Zealanders. The people who have property should be able to have more rights than the people without property. That's essentially the implication.
Well, I'm not aware of any New Zealanders that don't have property. Remember, property includes your money, it includes your possessions, it includes real property such as land and buildings, it includes your car if you have one. I know some of you Greens don't like that, but actually every New Zealander owns property to some level, and the ownership of property is the surest pathway out of poverty towards prosperity. That is why it is so critical that we have a framework that upholds people's right to use and exchange private property.
If you don't know anyone without any property, Mr. Seymour, I suggest you get out of your Epsom bubble. But let me just follow up with...
Didn't you stand against me in Epsom?
No.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
Lord Zunan.
Let's keep it.
I'm often confused with my better looking.
Okay, one more stop, and then we're going to go to Dr. Woods.
I'm sorry. I thought you had.
I'm so flabbergasted by that exchange that I forgot my supplement.
Well, you're both so studious and articulate. It's an easy mistake to make.
Thank you.
Okay.